let's actually announce our new Poet Laureate. Calgary's 5th Poet Laureate, following in the steps of Chris Demeanor and Derek Beaulieu and Michelle Mailer, and most recently Sherry D. Wilson. Our new Poet Laureate is Natalie Meisner. And Natalie is here with us today on the phone. Are you there, Natalie?
I am, yes.
Wonderful.
Hello, Mayor Nenshi.
Let me say a few words about you, and then I'm going to turn it over to you. So Natalie is a multi-genre award-winning writer who we are so lucky has called Calgary home for the past 11 years. She began her career in the spoken word and indie theater scene, and she's worked in theater and performance across the country. She currently teaches literature and creative writing at my employer, Mount Royal University. Remember to tell them, Natalie, that I'm just on leave. And she also has the best title ever, where she is the Director of Change Making. She's also a wife. She's a mom of 2 great boys. She's a social justice advocate. She believes in the power of the written word to change lives. So with that, I want to welcome and introduce you to Calgary's 5th Poet Laureate, Natalie Meisner. Natalie, take it away.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mayor and Council. It's an incredible honor to be an ambassador for Calgary and for the written word in this time, as you mentioned eloquently, that we have to do everything differently. And, to be an ambassador in that time, to have to figure out what that pivot means, how I can use creativity and the spoken word to connect Calgarians. It's an incredible challenge, an incredible honor, and I have goosebumps just thinking about it, and I promise you I will roll up my sleeves and give it my all. So what I would like to read for you today is a new piece that I've been working on, and it is very much inspired by some of those frontline workers and for the people who are keeping our city running, who are keeping our country running, the people who are out there risking it for us every day. And the piece is called First Nurse. So I hope you can hear me okay through the phone lines.
Yeah, you sound great.
Okay, perfect. So this is First Nurse. You will never forget her, your first nurse, nor your first librarian. One cupping the pieces of your falling body gently, sticking them back together again. The other, your mind. Have you said thanks to whoever it was that hot glued you together with a mouthful of kindness, food, or decency? Who gave you your blood work kindly, your results, or a swift kick in the ass, whatever it was you needed most? The one who saw all the oddity a body or mind can offer and loved you anyway? Your first nurse, remember her touch of life and death blended in a frothy, prescient cocktail. For she knew you were not long for this earth, nor was she herself, nor any of us. Your first nurse knew all this as she laid her hands upon you, and so did your first librarian, as she pushed the book across the desk. Love them. Love them, I say. They who wade in and out of death every blessed day on our behalf, going eyeball to eyeball with mortality, taking death's measure the way most of us squeeze a loaf of bread at the store, back in the mists of time when we still squeezed things in stores. So, if she comes to you, or he, men of course can nurse too, and more should, with a bit of death clinging to their shoulder, fingertip, or mind, breath singed with fire, be kind. When the juices fly, just love them as the tang of alcohol tries to erase where they've been as it stings your eyes, and if a shred of fresh flesh or knowledge clings to the elbow of a sweater worn thin like patience, rolled sleeves, greased elbows, suds, scrub, rinse, and repeat, understand that spooning out sugar all day to help us get all this down, it just isn't easy. And not everyone has banked enough bread, milk, human kindness to breathe their last words into the chest of a beloved. And she knows this too, our first nurse, our first librarian, and loves us anyway. Thank you.
Oh, man. Man,
Yeah.
that was so good. You made me a little bit emotional. Thank you so much, Natalie. And may that be the first of many great works that you develop out of all this. You know, I've been thinking about how this pandemic is leading us to write new stories about what's important, new stories about how we live in this place. And I know that you're going to do an extraordinary job capturing Calgary at this time. So congratulations, Natalie, and thank you so much for being here with us, at least virtually today.
I'm looking forward